Hello, hi everybody. It's been quite the last month or two. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for my absence, and I'm gonna get into all that. It's been a really long time since I posted. Like, I wanted to post, I just like couldn't, because life has been crazy. But I hope you're all well, and I want to come on here and just play and do a fun look. I'm going to be using stargazing and aurora chasing. I never got to officially do a stargazing video for the release of it, which sucked. It sucked because I really wanted to like share it, but it is what it is. Life happens, and yeah, so I want to like do a video, catch up with you guys, let you guys know what's been kind of going on. Nothing too serious, but there's just things that prevented me from having a quiet moment to actually film. So here's stargazing, but I never got to like officially show you guys, but I'm sure you've seen it like literally all over. I was posting on shorts and stuff if you're not on Instagram. And this one's aurora chasing. Aurora chasing, she is beat up. I love aurora chasing. Like, everybody seems to love this one more. It sold out within 2 weeks, or this one kind of sold pretty slow. I'm like, that's okay. I love this one. I love both of them, obviously, but this one, I would, if I had to choose one, it would be aurora chasing. And people are surprised by that because it does have like, it does lean more warmer, and I'm cool tone girl through and through. But they really mix well together. So I want to do greens and purples. So I want to use the purple and the grungy greens from here because that's like one of my favorite combos. Sadly, both of them are sold out on Tara Moon's website, but they are available in I Feel Beauty Canada and Monolith. So if you happen to be in Canada or overseas, it's available. Shameless promo there. So I actually, like, you see the difference on my brow. I shaved the whole tail end of my brow, and now I'm thinking about letting it grow back. But the reason why I shaved the tail end is because my brow naturally comes down here, and I wanted more lid space, so like, and a more straighter brow, so that way I could just make it up however I want. I used to do it a lot, but like, see how it gives me so much more lid space than this. This eye is way more hooded, but you see the difference. But lately I haven't really been feeling it, and I'm thinking about letting it grow back, which means I'm gonna have like a really weird brow phase, but it does grow back pretty quickly. But if you hear that licking sound, it's my cat. My new kitty. Okay, I'm just putting my base down, but update of what's been going on. So long story short, my husband, partner of my life, he was home. My birthday is March 6th, and the week of my birthday, he's a mechanic, he works on heavy machinery, and like, he gets hurt all the time. Like, all the time, where I'm just like, okay, yeah, like, you got hurt. And even him, like, he just kind of like, you don't think anything of it because he always gets hurt. But this was like a real injury. So he texted me, I think that Wednesday, and he's like, I really fucked my back up. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, like, it happens. And so he was fine, and then the next day he's like, I fucked my back up, my back's really killing me. He still didn't really think anything of it, and came Friday, his back was still hurting, and then Saturday he was home. He got up in the morning, and he went to the kitchen to make coffee. So me and my son, my oldest, we were in my bedroom, and we were talking about his, he did like the DNA thing to find out like his roots. He has a different father, and he doesn't know him, so he just like wanted to know his roots. He knew he would be Greek, but I digress. Anyway, so we were going over the results, and I hear like this crazy crash in the kitchen. And I'm like, I just yelled out like, what the hell? You know, I thought it was the cat, because I have the kitten, and he always is a menace and harassing the orange kitty. So I just didn't think anything of it. And then my son, Jacob, he got up and he walked out, and he's like, Tal, are you okay? Like, I heard him, and I was just like, I jumped up because it like all came to me. And like, I was just walked into the kitchen. He was missing one slipper, and he was bent over on the counter, pale as a ghost and just sweat dripping down his body. And I was like, did you faint? And at that moment is when I realized, okay, something's seriously wrong. He bent over under the sink to grab a garbage bag. And when he stood back up, he said he felt the most intense pain he's ever felt. And it was so bad that he passed out. Crazy. Scary because like I've never seen him like that. So we obviously immediately went to the emergency room, but they don't do like MRIs there. So they did an x-ray and they did see that like the spaces between his discs looked a little less on one of them, on the very, very low, like by your tailbone. And they suggested he sees an ortho. So that's what we did. He got the MRI. Well, he obviously informed his job. I'm going in with the dark purple called Arctic Glow from Starrgazing. So we got an ortho. He told his job, and that's immediately when they started the whole workers' comp thing, because he's like, there's just no way that I could come in. And went to the ortho. It took a little while to get the MRI, but he was going to physical therapy and stuff like that. And they put him on a bunch of medications for like the inflammation and all that stuff. And he started to feel better definitely once he started taking the steroids and stuff. And the MRI came back that he had a herniated disc and it was bulging. So it was like sitting on that nerve. And that's why he was constantly feeling the sciatica. But he must have, I don't know what he hit that morning that it caused him to pass out. But nothing too serious, thank God. They said like with rest and all that stuff, he'll be fine. So he was home for 4 weeks. So like, I just can't like film when there's other people around. I don't know why. It's weird. You know, I live in a very small space. Like I'm in my living room and then there's just a bedroom. So it's a living room, kitchen, and then there's a bedroom. It's a very small space. So also that same week, I'm just blending this out. So also that same week, Joshua, my little one, got accidentally caught his finger in the door, like completely shut. I had to break the door down to release his finger. So he had a fracture. That was literally a day before this happened. So he was home for a couple days. A mess. It's been a mess. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So Tal went back to work like almost 2 weeks ago. And, you know, right when he went back to work, the kids were on spring vacation. So that took up another week. And then just this week, I've been dragging. I'm using the shade Little Dipper from Starrgazing as well to add those purples in. So yeah, that's what's going on. But everybody's feeling better. Tal's getting back into the swing of things at work. He's now out of work again because he got called for jury duty. So he started yesterday and it should end today because it's like a summary trial, which is supposed to be like shorter than others. So there's just been like one thing after another. But yeah, he said it should be a pretty easy case. Yeah, he missed his first calling. He was nervous. He's like, what if I have a warrant? And I'm like, well, you won't know until you go. So, but yeah, but other than that, everything's been good. And yeah, I had my launch. It did great. I'm so happy that everybody's loving their palettes. And now I'm getting a lot of questions of when they'll be back. I don't know. I think we're trying to figure out if there's enough demand for them to bring them back. Otherwise, like, it's just a decision that she's got to make, ultimately. But I know that a lot of people are asking. Okay, for now, I'm going to go into the shade Aurora Diffuse, which is my favorite shade. The grungy green. And I'm going to put that here and just blend it into this purple. And my battery's dying, so I have to switch it out. This shade, like, I feel like just blends in with everything. It's such a good, like... The whole purpose of that shade is if you look at the packaging, you see, like, these colors in between... that like it's like those warmer tones in between the purple and the pink. You can mostly see it there, but that was the purpose of this. Like every shade that I put in here was intentional, even if you look at an Aurora and you're like, that doesn't make any sense. Color theory to me, I wanted to create the in-between colors as well. So you could see it also like in here. You could see that little middle right there. Like if you actually blend these colors together and you put this one in between, like you're going to get that outcome. So I was really proud of this palette, how I've made it like such a, like there's so much diversity in the palette. Like you can do so much with it for a 12 pan, because I love big palettes because I like options, and I was really proud that I was able to make a 12 pan have so many options. So yeah, there's that. I'm just building this up because you can really go into this shade like super lightly, or you can build it up and it gets deeper. That's why I love this shade. It's really just such a good shade. But yeah, see, like when you build it up, it doesn't look as warm, but if you blend other shades out with it, then it does appear like warmer. I don't know, it's just such a magical shade. I love it so much. I'm actually going to go into the shade Luminous, and I'm just gonna tap it here. This is Luminous from Starrgazing. I'm just gonna tap it along those edges. I love this neon green, it's so nice. I knew I wanted neons in my palettes because I just love neon, so I put the neon pink and Aurora, and I put the neon green in this one. Like, I saw people saying in Aurora Chasing, they're like, why wasn't there a neon green? And now you see why. It just made more sense in this one, but the collection was definitely going to get it. So with these palettes, they were actually meant to launch together, and you know, throughout the process we decided to do them separately because we didn't want people to feel like they had to choose if they wanted both, and so we figured we would just, you know, launch them separately. It just worked out better. And I felt like Starrgazing was like such a good winter collection. Starrgazing was actually meant to come out in January, and Aurora Chasing was supposed to come out in October. So there was a lot of delays. But anyway, let me get another brush, and then I'm going to go into the shade Purple Borealis. The purple in the middle, the light purple. And I'm going to blend this out. I'm going to pack it there. Just pack it on there like that. This is actually my sample palette, and it has a lot more fallout than the actual like done palette, so the shades like really build up easily. I'm going back in with the Starrgazing here just to add more depth, and then that other purple, and I'm going to blend it into this one. Don't mind it looking messy. I'm going to actually cut all of this. And I actually might take the minty shade. What shade is that called? Whoopsie. Aurora Curtains. Aurora Curtains. And I'm going to blend those edges with that. Right here. I'll never not love a sharp line that's like blended out to my temples. I don't know why. Just love it. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. What's new? How's everything been? What's makeup you've been into lately? You know what's frustrating me this morning? What the hell is it? Titanium Foxes. I want their palettes so bad. Like, so bad. And they don't ship to the US, but now they're selling it at Monolith. And Monolith does ship to the US. And I was thinking, I'm like, it would be such a brilliant idea if somebody opened up like a warehouse in the United States that carried the European or any international brand, like kind of like how Monolith is, or I Feel Beauty Counter. Like, wouldn't that be genius? Or like a brand to pick up all these European brands and sell them, because Monolith is a great like resource to reach other collections in the US and stuff like that. But oh my god, it gets so expensive. I don't know if I'll decide to do that and just pick up the palette there. But yeah, I gotta see what the damage would be. But I want to try Titanium Foxes so bad. But dude, I think it would be such a good idea for somebody to open up a warehouse to ship out brands from overseas. Okay, I'm gonna cut this now. Crooked. Like, I would totally do it if I had the space. But I love how like the indies are all coming together and they're helping each other out. Like you can get Dye Rune in Australia now. You can get Glisten Cosmetics. You can get Blend Bunny. Like everybody's like helping each other out, and I love that. So yeah. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Arctic Glow. I'm going to further bring it in over here just to kind of like deepen out this green a little bit more. Give it more dimension. These colors work together really beautifully. Like this, I'm telling you, like this green shade, it like goes with everything. It mixes really well with Australis, like these two together. So good. One of my favorite color combos that I've done with this palette. But yeah, thank you so much to literally everybody who supported, and not even like just buying the palettes, like not even just financially, but anybody who shared. A lot of people think like supporting is just buying the palette, and I don't believe in that. I believe support is commenting, sharing, and hyping it up, and you know what I mean? Like it doesn't take a lot to support, so you start realizing who your actual people are because you don't have to buy things to support, you know? So I really appreciate every single one of you who showed up for me, and it absolutely means the world. And if you wanted the palette and you didn't get it, I am so sorry, and I do hope it comes back. I think it will. I think it will. But I can't like say for sure. That's completely up to Terra Moons, you know what I mean? I'm debating if I want to do a cut crease or not. I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to do like a bright inner corner and then just throw that shade on. I think I'll just do like a nice neon corner maybe. I don't know, we're just going to go with the flow. But I've been like not really posting as much these last few weeks. Like right after the launch, I kind of just like fell into a rut. You know what it was? Is I had so much content for Stargazing that like I didn't really need to create new content, and then I fell into that trap of not creating. And sorry, my battery died. But anyway, I fell into the rut of like not creating, and I think I got a little lazy. I don't know. I just wasn't creating, and I think I was just burnt out. I think I was just so incredibly burnt out. But yeah. How freaking nice that neon shade is. It's so good. I add more up here. And maybe I'll stamp on some of Aurora Curtains. I'm so bad with shade names. I don't even know my own shade names. I have to actually look at the back of the palette. I'm going to stamp on that mint shade up here. Give that like bright brown. And maybe a little bit more luminous over here. Kind of blend them into each other. Yeah. And I gotta blend this purple up. I have to fix this top area because you see how like the green comes to here, but then it's like super light there. I gotta add some more purple. Oops. Just put a clean brush through a shimmer. Don't do that. So I'm going to just bring this up. Why am I whispering? Yeah. So I'm trying to get back into posting again, especially on YouTube. I really love YouTube. I just feel like it's so different than like Instagram and stuff. Like I don't see like the Mean Girls Club on here, and I'm kidding. But like it's, I don't know, I just feel like the vibes are so much more positive. And it's just a nice community of people. Like you guys are really great, and I've met a lot of you and created such close friendships with you guys. You know who you are. Hi Charlie. I love Charlie. Charlie Gray. Amazing. Amazing human. And you guys should all go check out their page. But anyway. Okay. I think I'm gonna do green down here. But yeah, like a lot of you, like even people who aren't creators and you guys are just makeup lovers, like you guys are so sweet. Everybody's like so supportive on here. And I always say, like, you want to DM me, hit me up. Like, I open my DMs, even if I don't see it because it gets stuck in requests. I eventually will see it. I always forget to check them, like, on a daily basis. Not that I get many, but, you know, I'll eventually check it and I'll see you. I'm going into this purple. So yeah, these palettes, I really love them, and I kind of feel bad like using them now because I'm like no one's able to really get them unless you're in another country, and I kind of feel guilty using them. It's like how I felt about Best Match. Like I knew it was never coming back, so I kind of stopped using it because then people would ask about it and then I would feel bad, and it sucks, you know. But I love my palettes so much, and these are like fresh, like they're new, you know. So I'm sorry if I used them too much. I actually haven't used them in, well, I'm lying. I used Starrgazing the other day. I did a collab with Hayden Owens, Amanda. That was fun because I got to use Andromeda's palette with Starrgazing, and it was a good collab. I'm kind of tempted to bring in the teals down here just to give it a little pop of color. My cat's like knocking at the door. I have like one of those magnetic screen things for the summertime because I don't have a screen door. Yeah, I'm gonna do some teals down here. And he like pushes through it, and then you hear the magnets hitting the door. So it's like he's knocking. But he just wants to go in and out, in and out, in and out. See, this is why I love these Bun Bunny brushes, because you could just do such nice detailed lines. I'm going to actually go into the, you know what, I'm going to use the mint. I'm going to use Aurora curtains just to keep it like cohesive. I'm going to pat that down here. I'm sorry if I'm going out of frame. I feel like I did this look pretty quickly. Sorry if you hear the outside noise. I have Joshua's science project coming up. He wants to do electricity, and I feel like this is such a time for him to shine because he's so like, you know, he's on the spectrum and he's so incredibly smart, like even if he can't articulate himself very well, like, but he is so smart in electricity and science and mechanics and all that stuff. He absolutely shines in those areas. So his teacher from last year was like, he needs to do the science fair because he wanted to do it last year and then he kind of chickened out. Not chickened out, but like, you know, he was nervous about it. And then she had texted me and she's like, he better do the science fair this year. And so we're making him do it. I'm like, this is like something that he could potentially win. Like, we're gonna make sure he has the coolest science projects. So we're actually gonna do like lemons and create electricity where a light bulb lights up, because this is something he's done before. Like, mind you, his grandmother, Tal's mom, she's actually a science teacher. So since he was little, he's been doing all these science experiments. I'm going in with that dark purple again from Starrgazing called Arctic Glow. And I'm just covering the lid. Because I don't know, I just been loving like shimmers over like a dark color on my lid. It just makes it pop more. This shade out here. And then I think I want to maybe try to use one of the new shades from Terra Moon's collection. This is so pretty. I love this shade so much. Alright, and then I'm going to take a brush and kind of diffuse the edges. So I don't want it to be too harsh. I'll go in a little bit on the brush. Yeah. I don't know if you guys follow Heather Eaglin. I think that's how you say Ashes on My Lashes. Dude, she did the most beautiful looks with Aurora Chasing and Starrgazing. Oh my god. I'm obsessed. I love her makeup look so much. Okay, I gotta find, hold on. I changed my mind. I think I'm going to use my singles. I think I'm going to go into Zodiacal Light. I was going to say Zodiacal. I think it's Zodiacal. I don't know. Laura came up with the names. The Terra Moon's owner. So I have no idea. I'm I'm going to use a little bit of primer from Diveroon Stick and Sparkle. Yeah. Because this one is, it's not flaky. It's a little more chunkier. And so is Under Violet Skies. This one, so pretty. And this one is just so smooth. Like, super smooth. It doesn't have any texture to it. It's just such a beautiful shade. It reminded me of like a nighttime sky. So when she sent me that sample, I was like, yes, we're using that one. It goes so perfectly with the collection. It's a good one and done shade to like layer with the other ones too. You could just make a shape on your lid and then put one of these on top in the middle. So pretty. I've done it a few times. Okay. I'm gonna put the primer just here, very light layer. Show them in frame. I can't do brushes, like shimmers, with a brush. I'm just not good at it. The finger does the job. Anybody else like that? I know so many people that like don't want to apply makeup with their fingers, but like I can't apply a shimmer without my finger. Unless of course it's like a loose pigment and it's different, but like pressed shadows, it's gotta be my finger. Pick it up like that and just stamp it on there. That's so pretty. I love this shade so much. It's got like so many different colored sparkles in it. Super cool. It's a really cool shade. Alright, one more time I'm gonna go in with Aurora Diffuse, I think it's called. I don't know. I actually picked up my sample palette is what I'm using. They look exactly the same. And I think I might take a little bit of this shade, the iridescent one from Aurora Chasing, and I'm gonna put it right here. Kind of like melt them together. And then on the brow bone, can't get the brush. It's Millie's brush. I love this brush. Which one is this one? Oh, it doesn't have a number. But I'm gonna go in with Stargazer. It's really pretty green, iridescent. I'm gonna put this on the brow bone. Just like that. And maybe a little bit on the inner corner. Perfect. I'm actually taking a little bit of Skydance and putting it on the lower lash too. Okay, so I'm going in with the shade Medusa right here. I think it's just like that. I have an iridescent liner, but I do want to add sparkle to that outer part, so I'm going to use my Diamond Skin by Slayfire. It's Fresh Glitters. I'm excited about like a orangey gold type of sparkle. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's cute. And maybe take a little bit of this teal green one and put it up here. I love like a little detail of sparkle, so I'm really happy to have these palettes. I actually have a Jelly Winks one too. It's just so good. Let me take out the Jelly Wink one as well, mostly Ghostly, which is also iridescent shimmers, but they're not the same. They're like, maybe a few of them are similar, but like they have like different colored sparkles, like different like color combos. And even though it's like a rainbow glitter, I'm gonna put it right here in the inner corner, just for funsies. I'm just packing on all the sparklies now. I can't help myself. Okay. Before I get out of control here. I always look so crazy because I don't have makeup on this side of my face, but here's the finished look. Which looks like came out really pretty. I love my palettes. I'm so proud of them, and I'm so glad that you guys are also enjoying them. If they do end up getting restocked, I will of course update you and let you guys know. I know that Terra Moons does plan to do like a poll to see like how much people, you know, people who are interested. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys soon. I do want to do a video next on the new Cryptine Cosmetics palette. If you guys haven't seen it, it's this palette. I think it's called like, so yeah, Supernova. So it looks like. It's really pretty. I'm really excited about it. I've known about this palette for quite some time. I was actually friends with the owner, Hazy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but before she even started Cryptine Cosmetics, so sometimes I get a little behind the scenes and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm also excited for the Freya palette. I won't have that until, I'll probably get it when you guys get it if you end up ordering it. So yeah, exciting stuff. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!